Kenkai. You can't
say you select it. 1 hour can be the kind.
Oh, me, you
because I mean, any messages be a Danian kind of be a dear. But we will not pick and choose. You know, we will do the same.
Of course, yes,
we will not pick and choose. But be not
different understanding. On say,
Tom say, yeah, mom can I ask. I know, Jomudi.
That time, yeah, you could be so be a good
because Nana has a man out of one can.
Tama. And you did the no, no,
Matthias, I've agreed. Oh, and I asked him, Yapes or Biam one can.
Tama, mean, and yet the same Obia can send your person can be.
Okay.
And then the issue of GD and GDO. About the summer, you see what they come to you and then what are pointing hands at you
for, and yeah, including our own media people. You see, everybody has a position.
Yes.
What I say. You will be officer then and now you be angry. Or no, or who can so can you be officer near man and I are yen. If you are the door now, an officer ye. But me point is, I don't know your sin dear dear. Or no dear, only problem. But your CBA yen. On the positions that we take, everybody has a position.
In life, generally, will be our
position. Say the few things that Nanaya are yen. Why are they? Obisufi onyeshi kurada. So everybody has a right to express his own.
Of course, yes.
It is a whole count there na say obiso Canada. Other than a say
it will be unfunny there.
You see, that is how nations are built.
But who's the supporters in there? When Obia see ya.
Well, no, I was reading through me Camus so I'm say say bass in Jesse.
And I the container buy the container
but one thing is clear, therefore, when results come like this,
you hear things.
Because of those days, Herbert Becker say on a Monday and Tuesday, allow them to express their disappointment. No, man, can't your person can be. And do say, no, so about can be mostly saying, say, we are sorry for what happened. But you try, say, you win the next game.
Yeah.
For them. Football there. Obian why best no best rate. Obian why say what boss and look at the odds were very high. Okay, about minimum an hour on Tuesday and I let him for say the Cadiego thing. Yeah. The same people on Facebook, Samini. Nadia wanted to work can
because Okra will be taking on.
Doom sayers.
You.
But the same people today. So born no the nebia said the football no city no. Who did you want lister? You be surprised. Anyway, Babo manager captain. So the night stadium.
I think as I dey no osan dey koto to crowd but I'm say hon so wasan ko dwire fi ho.
And so far the intimate establishing intentions. But
establishing intentions. Okay. Facebook then me nya but you say what the church will be just
call clarify akebebo anu.
Yes, I'm
so delete no.
Yes, I
clarify. Yes, nibre basa na ya na you should be careful.
That's it.
Obi anhwe ni kasemu ye. Em say no na no person work no. Say man here the enemy will take advantage.
Penyi ba go catch me say ye dey enti go funti se na ye beti ase ne sa na ye so be fa no. And penyi catch me so be friend catch me say on ready na what you. I want to believe say enam so ma wa.
You see the fact that a controversial no. Emma obi man interpretation no catch is bad. You see, say what try there na we say you know. And no more in itself is not the best. So probably it's good say we here free ho. Captain I'm tell you.
Yeah, so and I decided to watch. Yes, I decided to watch.
If you're not
Amananya de.
If you're now saying it,
if you're
as an issue 3 Amananya.
There not say Italian till Umboligo.
As an issue 3.
Umboligo. Roma Bobo.
And you,
my boy, Jubi boy.
La Visca was a wedding.
Melan boy.
A wedding.
The monsters, the monsters. I want the monsters.
Yeah, the monsters are for the judgment. Because Roma boy, ma, so far.
One very good team, no.
100 good team no. Said it no I good team.
No.
Since na that we no. I know before match boy we wan share 3-0. Match o share no boy wan share 3-0.
Pass I saw back no lusu back dey coach ni.
No, you for your day. And no, that is a good Chelsea pack is a couple coach, you know. And not them someone about to view.
I bet you for now based. I'm so much support to Allegri.
That's how they're bad at you.
I'm so much support.
How they're bad.
And I'm Rangers. They want some.
I'm 10 million.
You don't know.
In fact, I was so much disappointed in Asante Kotoko yesterday. So much disappointed. Because, you know, yeah, they're starting in them. And Robert Kaya, now me one person, me can want some out even Saturday on the show. My last statement I'm here and say information me and say only for more than. Now me let me free say omo nka say for more than that because we kasa for more than you man ma. I don't think Kotoko for omo follow. No mo nya there so mo ni me bia because a day before, na machia chama K5 in Crawford. Oh, chama Sole Yasi. Ne papa Yasi. Emma, all indication was that Kotoko prepared.
Solusu papa free.
Aye.
Omo ye yin.
Omo na otuda. Oh, kwaso. Aye. But that was Thursday. Yeah, what that? You know, even time I acquire no. Now hit chama K5 in 24 no buy ya. Play more prayer bad. That was the day that Kotoko be training over by Sports Stadium. No person mo baho. Later on, but yes, on be doing so nti Kotoko pon tem. I'm want me and share my dome. But whatever be the case, no. Now Kotoko for chess on my prepare. Information me saying yeah, yes, the people Kotoko for Jenny dia and by Bomua supporters no. And no, a bomb pie pa no. That time na Kotoko for Amon am kwanza na all but that day e be do ye. So don't be free say and Kotoko about be do na how am reject Kotoko bass okay. Okay, no say buy. So Kotoko bass ya dia mom. Confirm so mu hia o matu bombra okro mu ubu say questions o me say ayi o so mu matu bombra o mu Ghana ha e me ko fa say ne linke o mu wo bozuzongo no ne o mu nua no mu free say na mu free so mu ye mo so more Ghanaians sani ma nya kan ha me kai pass brother o frɛ Owura George Kennedy na Owura George Kennedy e kasa mu no nana ampia a ro so bo Kotoko one also suffer a similar fate. You also fire in 79. One also the some also fire. Ebeka who some the peso. I want to go for trouble. Is doomsday as never one more can. But now you know near castle or papa so pang maso. You know no de. No none enti and na ye castle Kotoko now also no one prepare. So I could do the same result on 2 occasions. Atu Asante Kotoko. No ma kwa share. No be free say we there. You say to so ne be mam so tuo. Anka dey see paint no come be ho. No ma give you everything. Na say no. Me to your comment ada ba na 50 for something minutes. You say go for na she go so. Say go na bad thing ko be tiache. Anasa je ko be draw. So calculation me ya me house for game no nyina na say Kotoko ebetimi atika anya hwe Kotoko be nya no be gu sam say Kotoko nya wa so go for na film. So to that's what it says you Asante Kotoko free mu a na ohwe eno a me share Kotoko supporter bi me to me share supporter bi a che pa supporter ya se na din so be kofi din so be kofi na ha brand so wo so say eh you don't so sade ni bi first year te sa ba e adwuma we mu na ye no ama sane ma no so afiri mu because ma hu say adwuma ba ye da bi hu sane ma ne sa enti no me ya na nyem nwanwa sa e hire Montreal na ako ba branch we dey dey so to Kotoko Paul match no e na ofa aso ko tana danfo bi ho na do se na danfo no eso beda de so nua be so ko ni fie na abranche pa so to aye din onye so no mun san na how was this no what and that's another because how many times Kotoko team that's a disappointment to a man Asante Kotoko. Because so this will not happen to House of Folk. No matter what. Me from Champua. But me say House of Folk to St. George's. Because to the football, say no more. Kotoko should learn to do such things. House of Folk talk so too. I want to you guys journalists or mama media will be on cover. Opa can do better. Go to hell with you. What I say? But I don't know the fact that to sneaky call, you know, chance ampa media. If you understand, you embezzle them. But those suspects that who you know, House of Folk was here. Kofi your ball 30 minutes. St. George is coaching this ball now. What's here? Conference 2-0. House of Folk needed to score more than 2 no. House I say 1. But when we had the kind of refreshment, any free kicker, don't go tell Boshana. What I say? But at buy go for coach on now say on mobile beam. Eventually call a car for no. St. George's were punished.
The Heart of player be boss St. George's.
House of Folk and Dimu. So Sunday man, they be having never trust in your casa. House and come say. House and come say. Back to I trim down I don't know. So I trim down I then. They have found completeness of football. No, as you got to go there, can you know Omanti? And I remember, I think, communications manager David Ekan or Moti. You would sign us a track about that question on Saturday. So yeah, come on, cost on somebody account. You know, we know certain come baby you found. By a bus, you could go through. Drive by Obia. I remember Chomasolo. I see. Now today I see. What about Kuzo? Baby, I couple of different and I can't for crown. They have a mom do fast group with the Omado Yanamsa. I the camp on my and say, we a group of Cotonia, very good.
Unless
what I say? So much disappointing.
Okay.
Me so disappointing as Antiko. Because I say, me disappointed as Antiko Toka. Now me lie, me so much disappointed as Antiko Toko. Club no. Everybody, including the playing body, coach Dazale Odi the supporters are like everybody on Martin Santico Toko. Me so much disappointed in them. Now me House of Folk.
Na headline now ya na say o yo
headline home bata no. Hey. Now the wife family that House of Folk was Otuo I watched them. Now yes of course improved over Adriana game no. And now results of Munya say improved over last season. The Olympics they ma Olympics for sure say Mr. Otuo ultimately push them just like that. Ultimately is very strong. So Mr. Otuo you remember na ba House of Folk fashion spirit I like that fashion spirit Munya and that equalizer no. But I think the up front no
Radio saying but it was a very very difficult day at Oyerepa Sports Stadium, especially PMO Stadium on Ottawa the reactions of the supporters with 15-20 minutes to the end of the game, and then after the game Kotoko supporters reaction, you understand as someone make us a difficult day part the mass ante Kotoko. In the first place, in terms of numbers, none bad. Even though now some of us expect to see between 30,000 plus. Meaning, later more produce records of NS of what they about for attendance, but made them the many boa things that we should get around 25,000 media. Maybe Asante Kotoko should get around 25,000 media, but we are waiting for official records. And based on this, and attendance and shadanya bad. With respect to Sibiana supporters ever stadium last season, legends only attendance last season. You understand, says Kotoko Timi recorded 25,000 plus. That should be an improvement, and a bit me commended. You get it. And attendance in your bad. So they are not supporters and expected from players in technical team management in Penifo Moshe club in also, and I said Kotoko bet me record this victory, no mania qualification over Kadiego. And supporters reaction in 70 yet some of the videos I am be and Sakano a very painful, harsh one. But you don't blame them, you understand them. It's expected. It's expected because this is a club Omodo Mujide no Makuma Ashim. On daily basis. Asante Kotoko and a more reason to smile. And to Sobeko Stadium never dani nisua. At this point in time, you don't expect Kotoko supporters some baby prison. There be a mad this time. And your Kotoko is all over. Send an hour come once a game, no and send produce video be the mawa. A police in the Allegri journey from Monza for stadium, a police in the journey, I'm the first stadium in baby. And I'm the mass Allegri journey. Allegri out is trending #1 in Italy. Eti ewobe pia senkoye or Real Madrid na ebesi, enkoye or Barcelona ebesi. So yesterday, minim why somebody on this planet at best better say Kotoko supporters be crazy. Anybody at Kotoko ensijai. Ensisa say nra de si obaba ara sports stadium e ma kotoko tena fie kadiogo fo be boy ya kokwasa eyi kotoko free mu no at the end of the day you don't expect some players abaso management abaso board abaso. It doesn't happen. Technical team coaches dabi. So the reaction of kotoko supporters no a reaction sana football etie. So it was expected. But you better a boss in your game. Football and movement. Football and movement. Kapiwa game ni bion. Oh, football and movement. Sometymer Mokwala said the first glaring opportunity in the game. And I'm here shame. Why na me de koto social media say. Meaning why Mokwala slept. Whatever caused him to sleep. The man Mokwala nya empty net. Goalkeeper da from na but empty net. Mokwala e pia ball ato net. Was sleep here. Oto former one team yan sorry was sorry second one was ujina sa goalkeeper pijana and sakosro and Mokwala bobo ne share goalkeeper and some no cheno. Legend football and movement. Here Mokwala sa first goal the man Sante Kotoko 2 up. Momentum on Kotoko side. Pressure above from Kotoko nebe dictate play. Kotoko nebe control atmosphere. Chance gone a begging. Went me a say. Game na sisa enkofo no grow in confidence. I feel no must be here leadership. Richard Bodwa gathers as the captain of the team here there. But in football legends all be the team home. From defense, midfield, attack, you need leader in all these departments. Kotokwala leadership ewe chiro ho. Kotokwala leadership ewe nim ho. In fin Richard Bodwa gathers was outstanding yesterday. But the point is the number of chances are Kotoko create when the team must have finishing touch, final touch and wire. And that day we AC. How do we find the solution? How do we get that in? AC only and not watch a game here. You be so painful. How Kotoko lost that game? Hey, ya papa. But in football, they say 90 minutes in India. You say qualification akadiogu for Afako. So the analysis of the 90 minutes no here be because they are Sante Kotoko lose game no. But the reality is that as a component yehu no Benino and as a component saying. So that is the question also Bisa as a component. I think that was 5 minutes to the end of the game. As a component now only goalkeeper is either so obese or shot on target and as the component me square bonama 3 players obia mark o mo Kotoko 3 players in 18 balls 3 players legend Pachona was stadium
there be ba mahe
wahe and one was asking America no just 5 minutes to the end of the game as the component na goalkeeper ni goalkeeper committee as the component was full glare of the post otimi ball no try to get goalkeeper so be committing wash and now say obe find the Kotoko player no more 3 players Safu Taylor Infegi because now Infegi ababi Mokwala then there was one other player number 3 in the 18 boss as a Kopona you name no how intelligent he is in terms of decision making as a Kopon couldn't get that then so key movements in the game now was a Kotoko offer. No game na eto kadiogo so no Kotoko for entimi afasa ade no. And football legend the very moment as no mani besi no na momentum na swing to opponent no. Eti enra me say the first moment in the game was that boy na Mokwala empty net na Mokwala tore from. O training na bobo ase net ma Mokwala slip down from. Na me yemo shame me ne kwaku net am sikwaku. Football say a shape game na sesa no ma we sisi a it becomes a very difficult game and eventually na Kadiogo for Alpha. And so legend, it was a difficult game.
And I'm getting interesting headlines too.
But
Captain, I asked for headlines. By interesting.
Legend, where so but this is it. Masha Asante Kotoko squad here hui. in my opinion, football na send a medical can the results access JGBBA, but they are not a bad side, in my opinion. Even Mokwala, you can't say no. Tina me can say, Bibi Owa, also Muya, na Mokwala no, Matumbasa condition ye. But to offer total play, ye bobo ni bi. Link up play, the movement on and off the ball. Mokwala is not a bad forward, in my opinion. Nemum, se me say results in ye see dia, the pepano. Time some was be catch a kotoko from Ben for the supporters no build the kotoko echia obi anka me da esie is an irreversible team. We are young team reversing say. You nya botren former team it's a young team. And asante kotoko asambo no. Stage na eson e de most of the players adem hu ye no. Stage no. Enti Saturday no sorry na gibo trance no. Make I say was yes but say stadium attendance ebe motivate players no. There are a lot of players in so stage no so omunya dey omu hu bi da enti players ni bi wo fe de no so stage we be pija omu enti no ahwa rich bodo agara so we calm mba jota as a legend we calm but offer tedeku okay fa sharif mu akire ho how no more panic the two center backs of Asante Kotoko how no more panic we akire no enyo omu stage no eson the Champions League stage with Kotoko, famous Regis na ya home mano. Omo play omo. At the time. Also mom time now condition omo kakra and crack up him say they'll come to understand the traditional Kotoko and how to accommodate the pressure at Mabara Sports Stadium. Definitely legend.
May introduce you another topic via how to focus and other things. After here, na masaba usuni
no problem kasa.
Who say Ebasi and I make catch you? Ebasi, I let people pour out.
Oh, yeah.
Obian Candy. Oh, you need the wound.
Oh, say not
a chain and draw lessons from this.
Me Obia Oba Stadium and Ra. After Kotoko defeat, no, or three. No, Kotoko supporter. No, or more espresso mu pains, no. Are the supporters of the club.
Yeah.
Because they be a would do biano. The BB says he am to two. Udia wom. And set things are normal. And now make I say game the banner here. If you stadium somewhere around the 7 there about, yeah. And I'm share one fan. We were stadium anymore. Now ye didn't come on, I'm chairman. Now man for people so more attack and I'm say Munyano. The way and he's right.
No, Eden.
Oh, he was complaining and Sukreni. I'm saying and he's right because Odo club no. Oba stadiums always support to say the team be winning. So to sort them say. And at the end of the day, the team will win. But one thing I would advise they say the supporters shouldn't allow themselves to press any panic button for the club to start again. But the Obia can be ano. So too, esa wala na maneka. Yeah. Yebeko game ni yebeka game ni ho asem. So too, before any game no. I'm not sure say near a single person. Ewo Ghana ha. Na obetimi akase Kotoko team na no mu lose one penalties to Kadiogo no na e bad team. 6 days before any game no. So too, no more Benin. Actually the same Kadiogo 1-0. The comments after the game and some amount for kind after the game, nobody talk about Kotoko team ninye or Masha one Kromanye. No be able team nabaso. A team ni de good o no makwa we no makwa akoshe. E ball mu boy chances o mu create here. 5 or 6 days after, sa 1-0 no. No ma be jina Oyerepa Sports Stadium. Wakwa we akwashe o ahade ofie mini na ko anim then omolusu ade ba kwa ya na mzutu ya wo cup competition ne say siebo tournament bisa na stage bia e be hye obiara no unim se wo ye failure That is how the world see. Baby, they are two kotoko enrano, Mr. Two. Se kotoko real group stage. Ena kotoko ebo game bia ka ebi omo bona come they qualify to the knockout stage. Any be show ma. Supporters will complain. Because the moment I was free, the preliminary stage, I call group stage, what raises the hopes of the supporters? Se kotoko ball final, and I'm to final and cry a show ma. Who was the supporters? Babo Musem Dama players. No? From nowhere, and I'm to 2002, Kotoko team the ball confederation cup final, and the right bet mensa. From nowhere, Yebe started that season. Obiano Oma Kotoko the chance to play in the confederation cup final. But look at what Kotoko went through to play in the final. Adana work Beji Cup no Okromano. Yenyo munumunku players no. Because supporters ref say team ni cry started no. Na nye team no mate pe omo to even be in the final. Sana football tie. That is how supporters behave. Born na wo bono. Any baby adi team na ekono. Eno na check the direction of the club. And no better like so your team near Yabotre, near Shan Kakra. Ebi a Kobo League and a Kobo Champions League. Net team na your coalition Kakra. Yamuyana a do stage be or league, maybe a team nearly bear 10 points. Now, cast some few games, I'm your real league, After a bubble league, never one ye. There's our kind of say a drew point to me who resist the hopes of the supporters, and supporters who say, now your team win and they lead 10 points. And yet team when you best start competition na you see enya but say do stage bi no mu show bia no eti eno ade esi en mizoto eye ade a mizoto me fu say supporters a metete voices bebre ni sa anyoma no supporters a mizoto omudi yaw no more expect say Kotoko belusu na sa anyoma ni nyina aba. That is the beauty of football. Sana football tie. But Abase no. Eba na mete se wo kan Gazali ayibi wo. And who said for me ntiase no, that is where he's heading towards to.
It's all name ntiase no yepe.
Oh, for me ntiase se also ntiase no then we are nyina with the same line.
Na him for how is all headed towards him.
Oh, Miloto virtually ubetimi akasa betin dey opese wo ye bia no, but let's try to manage it. Me enkoye mane nkonkoye enkose nyoma bebre. On say Kotoko has been
ba for ntiase different from me no there no. Me ba for also supporters on top and on Nareka.
What can they tell?
We will just anything. Why teacher why there?
Say our loving supporters should take full control of their words and actions and make sure that everything they do is helping the club. Baby Akia will say everything they do is helping the club. Everything they do.
Everything they do is helping the club.
A punchline, no, everything they do, including Casa, their actions, inactions. Casa, eventually, club. The club they so much love.
That is the key.
My message, I mean, can I forward it? So, Nana Kwame Wusu. I'm interested because I love the way he writes it. Once I brand tenor or Kobo Panetina no open fans. Now make us say we should also be careful so that we don't destroy his career. Not some more can but he can also break hearts. See, he can also break hearts. He can also break hearts and give people stroke. Don't you? I say he can also break hearts and give people stroke. Right? You are not destroying his career, but you are just drawing his attention to the fact that people have invested their emotions into supporting the team. We have massaged issues, sir, and this is the final results. Okay, so that's how it says.
But
those things you don't entertain it. Send me be repeat.
No, I'm not. Okay, so fine.
We don't need to repeat it.
I agree.
Letting a player or no ball
because of various interpretation and I
mean, this is how I see it. He's a young man, not tension a fan.
Yeah, no,
momentum. But unfortunately, Oyerepa, and there was a ball no kicking. I don't see how this could even beat any goalkeeper. Meaning debate say any goalkeeper. You was a Lucy ball now. Goalkeeper and a crowd, I woke a crab, meanwhile, I had the pole covered. Yeah. Now, so so obviously, you go this way. And the man was decided say, oh, yeah, we know. Like I said, we not prepared in the mind and about one people. Psychologically ready. Penalty. And people go and die for Papa Biao. So talk about this.
That is football, and that is the beauty of football, and then the other side of football. And supporters do on him say, and Radiana Mekacho say, just imagine Kotoko a winning game. No, one thing this management has struggled to get, getting supporters to the stadium, even though when you say the public brain susie and numbers now no more expect to say about stadium no, the two. And yes, I do it because from what I'm hearing, the numbers were not even based on tickets or motor was not even more than 15,000.
I think it was 16 something.
That is from what I'm hearing. So what did the mention say? And even up to half of the stadium. But this is one of the best attendance in the last 2 seasons. Arguably the best. So what did the mention say? And now a movement kebet me changing your mabibri. Sa no manyoma we mizoto sa obeka ya yakoye chikakra etasi wo kotoko edu time bia bon se supporters na tiada even though I have questions on sa nyoma no because me dey bia me ka say there is not a single football club am the two yeti ye ebesine why enjoy success and there's
Madrid ko me nyomoro no asenka mo no Champions League.
Only rumors.
Only
rumors.
And at the same point, it's also so that anytime we are team performance, a cut down piano, supporters and so take the back seat. Enra. Record the largest attendance.
Me point now.
Over a period of time, and no money do it. No, almost 40,000, but no money 80,000.
Me point now.
So, a simple baby, and yes, when the performance are going down, the supporters want to take a point of
disagreement. I have a point of disagreement there because elsewhere there, supporters before it's not about stadium attendance. That's at 40,000. Was the period of COVID because the tickets are sold out, and yes, before they show placards. There are several things they do. But I'm going say yen correct born, and I want to say I'm not ticket in Podada. So the point is that the end there send out your comment Nibia. But can't name will say in the stadium for some time.
Oh, and then go for a cow, just that we don't want to trumpet it.
So the point here is that what happens to the club now?
Also supporting.
Or the club where Jaiko. So what happens? When would you come? Over baby man now jai kra and to be asked what happens so what you can voice out to make me how if it's about management you have the right to criticize them. If it's about players or motor because my take this argument of say on players on the ball league the key ones in our core. Yes, you can make that, but of course be also explanation be the beba so obi had an idea, then you move on. But say Mejai Kokopim say be in my body.
Why never support?
Say you will not park in the okay. Let's be like they are doing well.
Yeah,
Just one loss.
Oh, yeah, na so say
enra defeat me
foreign yet and on said the case of foreign number no me
baby I will define you direct the show and baby I will define me number say enra defeat near on same to
we are
me dey be ameka just say your boy what your boy long season enra defeat one of those defeaters so too. That was Milan's best performance of the season against Napoli.
We are. And go for the entry because good job there.
And today, for the ambassador Chene say, Mizutu, in all this, Obia allow supporters not to express their frustration. The uncle, the supporter Obia Canada, but it doesn't mean same Mizutu. Obibeye bibi akwa kwese bibi. Say what the mention I say. And then from 10 years now my stadium then I'm buy no one is it's allowed. But what you have is the club I will support to Naya and Tekotokono. So to the mention I say it's o club no and also making sure say one no asem and say club no. One of those defeats I'm to me recent years I have supporters we can because
it's painful.
Yes, the expectation is very high.
It's painful. No opportunity.
Tituni so masa akwa away. No ma kwa kwhye. So tell me say team na kwa away kwa kwhye. So we are supporter of the club. Definitely unim say team neighbor aba be wini e wo home because ya kwa away ya kwhye nsa anyoma no. But football doesn't end here. Football NC DC enra no. Defeat neighbor enra no. Enche say in the history of the club moving forward they been CBM. And enche say Kotoko go through that worst moment na till thy kingdom come. But who duty as a supporter and say, why is your money in area no? Then what's your own thing? You move on, support the club. Say the Bay club ni be great BMT. And on your baby see when you be real game to talk about other areas of the game.
All right, but all other issues. Young Kwai. We are na can come for messages kakana if we go also on the phone lines.
It will be phone lines.
Yeah, by all means, bro.
Tawa Kotoko was beaten on all fronts or at all fronts. Enra ye there you who say Kotoko atene fi ama obi fi abontene abeche no akyere no adinu de ho what say what dinani. Say now wo agopama no so a baby a woti bia wo hwebo no bibia no time a wo call ye dey see ye no was a clear demonstration say on all fronts apart from say Kadego for no o man tima fa no pado do Kotoko de buy any be in terms of support I buy no on all fronts Kotoko was beating and then na me say me and na so for an me na so that 12 so masakoda why tama if me say here at a point maybe someone am say do we have a coach at the bench? Because I didn't see a team being coached or having a coach who was sitting at the bench or say or creating an Azarbu. Said dear Azarbu. I don't go tell baby cry Gazan so coach now you don't see anything. And you don't go this way. No. Because Zaribo Tama what the team now go match back. Anya hwekra who am for a period of time and he on team can't say woni and he came from a country that Kadiago came from. That's where he comes from. I say what fair idea kakra about Kadiago because born I boy no me who say Kadiago for no were extraordinary biasa say bi I say obi an instead that Kotoko so I say wa bia Kotoko ntimi nya no hwe. And yet, who seriousness for players in who so push it. Tama omunya free Kotoko free kuba who say Kotoko numbers na e wo Kadogo for the side say bia won kopego wa hye no. Kadogo for na out number Kotoko for no. Bia ho bia 4 players no wakoko gina Kotoko e ho mo kopego na na wa makare nyina gu ball na chi. And yet there was a coach sitting at the bench all I want me and my instructions I want me can be bench omo. Most times omo bobo na ko Katogo for no baby, I won't pay ball as a final third of the pitch now. No pay ball no. Yet Bona will pay no. Omo defenders no. in terms of height omo de no was so say wo de no what attackers no there was a coach sitting at the bench where who's handing away and about the technical aspect of the game completely flat Kadogo for no trim mekoye kotoko for no top flat
the Jamai
flat in we require tell na baby shame because on Saturday National House of Chiefs of no ananya ho na omko NCC mentia obisa chese I feel the 1.5 billion na buy operations hono and yet operations squad dey nkofo dey omo fa the omo dey and dey kotoko kan bi and no dey kotoko am operations omo am bi operations for omo am meduma and no do omo meduma omo am meduma
na uniform
ai dai correct omo ye hono to the sense Kadogo for took over to the sense center circle omo di no piti kotoko no no dem go center circle hono na omo no ebo no mbe seconds ne boss no mbe be adwuma no Kadogo for the no piti so kotoko dressing room kotoko for we man Kadogo for no ka omo to no top no omo di no dressing room danim hono mo eno why why you the kotoko was beating flat totally completely flat everything complete beating absolute beating apart from supporters about home kotoko was beating fat why that time so me see the same pay operations because so we catch just Saturday a day before the match so with 1.5 billion operations na Kadogo for be do Kumasi Stadium on the first number 1 Kadogo the Stadium first no mo yenya kuma de kanta ye bibia wi no catch up stadium ho no mo je lack no no mo command bibia wi ye o mo wi am de no koto ho no mo tay akoto fo wura de so kai mo kam so no topum no mo yen kuma de dressing koto dressing mu nanim ho na fo ba park no so isa wa de no magu ho no ma no ko ho ena no so papa no wo di no magu ho no nyina just they took over time e painful the journalist ham to say so but what is happening to confess boy no sleep now sleep saying what's the yes show won't sleep huh yes show won't sleep mo ko na sleep no won't sleep
bra wo me say e dey no
so wo hwe ball ni bia
then why o
tama wo hwe ball ni bia na bu so mo no mo stadium ho nyina referee no kai wonim number 5 bo brutal wonim number 5 bo pa oji free kicker na konfuno ye wo na ko gina ho no no mudi nkomo na so do mo ko achi aso do mo bani mu na tam no shiko but the shame pa na say oye wo ni wi a baby oye wo no ko gina the other side enti ko to player na ko bobo no afi baby bobo na fa kwa na sai problem wato woni bi e wo the other side ama wo mo wato won no am konfuno wo no no so to no so le personal wo ha iti wo bobo no kwada problem na me to me say nti nkofo hu sa de we nja kwaso nya to be hu ti referee no cramp no obedi go na game na say ka ite wo de ko onye fair na tama say referee ka so betimi manage game de amaye de hyewa ati me sure say we de wunim ono onye no mana say ordinary eye ebe hu say referee no osisi but the normal wo be ye no woji free kick no de kwa chire o mfa nto be bia wo ba ebetima aye hu amawo wo say sa what me say that my yellow card wo yi kra atro de amani player no na wo di delay time ni nyina wo ye sa akopim say tama ye de bobo ni wiye eti say a game Kotoko lost and must accept say they lost completely absolutely everywhere obian taking responsibility from the management and tama it is not surprising yeah unim say kona ko Gazali ne I don't know the two Facebook no who say names are all mentioned I say bodies are mentioned who's in management film because about things I'm me no can say the Kotoko management has not seen the need says one be be supporters no away na Gazali dey ben ya
go to their page kasa wo na hu
ye page ben
hu ye
away me hu ye
na hu ye
anti me hu say me dey me hu na make
it don't say they have not seen
me say I have not seen it me hu ye wo hu afabra me who Gazali dey me dey aba na da ho nyina ye ka bi all you Gazali body no obo technical team obo the person behalf and obo playing body and oja management no.
But how can Gazali release a statement on behalf of management?
How can he release a statement on behalf of the player? How can he release a statement?
Say a TIA may head of sport release a statement on behalf of the management.
But how can he release a statement on behalf of the player?
Because he's part of the technical team and the technical team. This is common knowledge.
Team the captain. I don't know captain who issue statement. I don't know captain who issue statement.
Ah, somehow okay.
Baba is as well who a statement.
Me who ye?
Oh, so
I know who you so far my ye. Oh, yes, so far my
no say.
So why me? I'm not blamable.
He doesn't know. Say it will come up. But it's Bafo made a statement. Say the management doesn't see a need. And Ajibo say Kasawuna unhuye. And Baba Isa say oh they have. Timifi say it moves on because they have. And then they actually say thank you our amazing fans for showing up in your numbers yesterday to support us. Unfortunately the result did not go as planned, but we have only one Asante Kotoko, Kumapema Apimbeba. So at least they have written something. Tibafo had not seen it. Let's move on because there's something to show.
On that score, Matthias, but the other time I was coming here, not me who will be sir.
You see, but the good point is that somebody has seen it and he has averted our minds to it. So let's move on.
I think that's a trust statement that
last 23 minutes ago.
So you can't argue with him say but the point is that something has come. So let's move on.
But there's a trust statement.
Me retract it. So
they've not seen the need.
That's how you put us also John. No, how does this be used? That's for anything. The point is that there is a statement.
But I want to say this. So
we are draw attention. Say we are back. So now let's.
Are you not concerned? A match takes place yesterday. Kotoko is shamed this way. Management wait till 11 a.m. before they speak to the supporters, and you think somebody should be verifying. Is that what you are saying?
There are areas we need to address. As a Kofoka, yeah, as an ordinary supporter, yes, some of us are your regimenum, Madama, Martin never do something, so yes, you're trouble with him, F. home. Say, why can I say, what can be, as well as sports journalist? Now, what can be said a supporter, can not me one of him, one power. One of those areas, no, the transfer of players. And one area of the supporters, no do I Michelle or more, I want to take a moon, no more come on some, and Mbella, minimum Mbella situation as it stands now.
Sold.
Matese Kotokwatono. People are quoting figures. Mizoto, Sika Omoka, they are talking about $400,000. I don't know how true. As idea. But then say a sports journalist said Omoka said no one go for there to be frying, including sports, your quality sports journalists, do I report them.
Obia in your part.
Oh, so I'm going to say
Obianka says sports journalists we do your part. Bacho.
Oh, want it.
Bacho, please. Please, Mr.
Majetum. Oh, some doors, Mr. Majetum. Fusion fast me too much. Majetum.
And just sign.
No, okay, I respect you, my chasing. Much on that sign. No, Memphis supporters. No, only attempt. And you place more to you place more to Obiqua to the extent that or the second yadom. Oh, sorry, House of Striker or Black says ye. A free banner, so Kotokamatono. The management has been selling Kotoko players anyhow. And me taking the time to call some of the people in the museum of Masamamra. And I'm just me more Martin, maybe I see. I know say a good number of them ejitum. Make a chance say. Mr. To say when it comes to transfer, yeah, not club no, all club say kotoko. I can bella di. Mr. To yeah now hands are tight. Because what I know is say transfer. Mr. To who selling club no, club are overton, the overton, and the player no. What my other plan in management at the account. I don't until say Uber Timia say, maybe a player like Mbella, Kotoko, under the hold of Mbella no. Misoto, it means say Biana Kotoko Timin Mbella Tanasi. One, maybe a Kotoko cry to me, I improve the situation here. Sika Omodemano. Two, Omatina Kasama and Bella not jet to say project, Kotoko project no. Or be a part of it to a certain period be.
We will nyama Kotoko for me.
No, I don't think I say a judgment. No. Make come use Kotoko.
We are guessing.
No, generally that's how it is.
No,
generally, generally.
Rather than.
I say you cry. So be a basope. You movie. Mizoto at the same thing. What
the argument is that one argument is say why should you let our players leave? Abraham a competition we will need such quality.
Of course.
It won't change say team ni here sika.
No, me conclude me che. Aside team here sika no. At any point team here sika. But Mizoto, you cannot get hold on a player.
Argument they said their club is so big, said they should be able to retain players. So the reason why Mbella, for instance, had to go, no, it's better when it's official. But
so me use other aspect of the trouble. Second, I got to keep Mbella because to bring the American. Two, what my BBA say if the player Mbella or any other player, they decided to say me say me kwa, Kotoko intimate player.
So they give examples. I say, other players to meet now. What I say, other players to meet now. You know my position on this thing.
Of course.
Say, if anybody should leave, because some that player name also interest.
That's say. It.
But don't wanna say more can say. Say a person a bomb modern Africa there. We should be able to retain some of these players.
And Mizoto, if you want to,
they just say, Omontias is African there.
No, Omontias say. As it stands now, no. A bit near Makotoko, the name a ambassador, the last few years. Of course, of course, because when the player wants to go, this is a Cameroonian player, on your Ghana knee, a farmer offer a back. Kotoko, hear everything to keep the player, but the player wants to go to the extent that player no management crowd no granting interviews, can't some no or say player ahead. The player wants to go. That's how your management what we do, and especially when they say the figure of 400,000, if it is true. Kotokoto and Bella saying you are talking about $30,000. That's a 400,000 within 1 year. Better go to keep no. If Kotoko decides to make people cry and player decides to court to arbitration, yeah, player no can figure out but you're good enough. Kotoko just the player. No, can we say the house 1 minute maybe.
1 minute. That's I'm on for time.
Mr. House of Folk supporters are almost started. They are up in arms with the management trying to say Omunko for coach from now, or maybe coach Samuel Bodu, Omunto Mwasi.
But Bibi Kakrabi na yeme, I'm trying to find out. Unse Kotokode or more official lineup on the buy, George Fige was part of the lineup. But almost 30 game na ye Samuel Boateng. And an air started at the ama in Fige position. Into Samuel Boateng the Baby Shimo. Kotoko you 2 changes. Samuel Boateng Baby Shimo. And Nicholas and so a Baby Shimo. Unse first leg in a course on Richmond Lamptey boy. And then Fige so boy. And it's 2 players winning free mu. Emma Samuel and Nicholas a Baby Shimo the Malcolmasa Santa Kotoko. O first squad na Santa Kotoko the boy na from defense basi attack. Utimi say ubeyi just 1 or 2 players. Man said a lot of tests on our branch friends than lad. But so the total calmness. I will give you more. You understand say Danlad is there when it comes to that stage in America. Says supporters at the good stadium. No more expected top performance from home players. Danlad composure good. But the two full backs of Asante Kotoko, Nete, any Tedeku, Ocha Tedeku teams were fine talents. The stage in a bonus. The stage, Champions League stage supporters I am now. A pair resource. Also deliver. Who talent and say win bobo. Best stage in a bonus until oye naive mistakes. Nete, this is about the third season at Kotoko. Say if at this stage, Nete ain't me that calmness to play for Asante Kotoko. The question is, any undeserved so because what was the Asante Kotoko? Because elite class and a legend, you don't have to go 3 years. I will now find a rhythm or club name. The number of mistakes are net beye. Obet me moving into decent positions. But how obet me a decent cross at 18 years so obin pianche. Not even one single decent cross from our branch friend Senate as the right back. And Emre Obi Oshe Kadiogo Foni Biano. Omromunye efficient in terms of attacking moves. But near per one position, we use more channel matters and edify a branch friends and neti. And to the two fullbacks of Asante Kotoko, I think there's a problem. On bet me about Ghana Premier League domestic competitions. But do on drew the Champions League stage in a El Promoso. Let's pick the two centre backs of Kotoko. Sharif and Mubarak. Say earlier on, I make us say in football, so all Beditima at the back, there's a leader. Method, there should be a leader. Attack, there should be a leader. Kotoko backline, when I don't see leadership at the backline. It's not a more panic, no. Or more so che. Mubarak and the Sheriff panic. Clearly, you could see that. But once again, I just want to add you. It's early days yet. And they would need time to consolidate their play with Asante Kotoko. And this is where supporters and ask them say eventually the player gets sold. What's a baby? I'm a Mufia say. Players no bet me at home are generating revenue for the club. But the other side is that ASM team build the cohesion and also delay a check. And to bet me at home player and then you scad around the club and fine. Positive. The other side and then say once you team building and cohesion and the teams are more successful in terms of world football now. Uncommon normal about 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This is football. But here we don't have that financial power. And to say I must read the $400,000 but you are forced to sell Mbella to generate revenue to run the club. The other side and then say Mokwala ba here time. And when you sika from Mbella, fine. The other side, Mokwala here 2 years to settle. And it's okay. And Brother Catcher said, Dr. Ogum, Team Nasaya Sambo squad the man and I young players. It was the first time in so many years. Me who Kotoko new players at Kotoko are more flourishing in their first season. And are not pressure no. With me pressure. It's all about pressure. How to accommodate the pressure. And to Kotoko backline Honina legend. No leadership anyhow. I didn't see that then. And yes, woman pressure stage in a so no about the Kotoko method. Legend, see. In my opinion, I brought your friends Rich Bodwa Gadas. Ebias and Kunyana compliments a friends Richmond Lamtank, the game would have been a different game. Because him say method or no, he was one control affairs in India. He plays as a defensive method at the same time he plays as a deep line playmaker. And to Kotoko true boss and a Kotoko boss on almost swing to the left, right in India or no honey a free bar. Morrison is a good game controller. When you're born F, but our final touch as number 8. Say you're open defense and was hard in Miamba. Then the front row of Kotoko were wasteful. Now this question. Kotoko air changes because time no more changes. Definitely no more here players on betting my best and game in the Dama Kotoko. And to Oyerepa qualify film, Edin Fegaba. And we use some more button and what they Solomon Safutela by. Once again, legend, the bench of Asante Kotoko with players like Safutela Mono Omacha Kotoko. the timing of Safu Taylor's arrival at Kotoko ebesine me dwene wa mente ase so when moment as Safu Taylor bibie Kotoko obekai legend obekai pa na mentro mam fan ko ba kakra bi Safu Taylor e ba Asante Kotoko at the time na Kwame Poku lead Asante Kotoko Kwame Poku free Kotoko to a different club outside the country and a Kotoko pay replacement for Kwame Poku and Kofa Solomon Safu Taylor in the second round of the season. Now Kwame Poku about first round of the year. So they brought Safu Taylor in the second round to replace Kwame Poku and face that problem. From that moment, and let's not forget, before Kwame Poku corner, now Kotoko the top of the league. Safu Taylor buyer as the replacement, Kotoko placed second to House of Folk. Eventually, they lost the league to Accra House of Folk. Safu boy na atena Kotoko in the third season here, about half a season. And about last season, full season, you know, started a new season. Edema Asante Kotoko. Ebesina, you don't see that impact from Safu Taylor. So the point is that Safu Taylor Kotoko. The point is that Solomon Safu Taylor, as at now, the impact at Kumasi Asante Kotoko no any day. So you understand the frustration of supporters, you know, or more kasa and a more top players and a more say and a Safu. When you try to analyze all these things, you realize that there are some of the players within Kotoko setup now. It's long overdue. And almost just because legend stage, you know, is quite unfortunate. Okay. But you have to respect them. You have to respect the supporters.
Now Odoma. Me obi a we no turn so. Now what I say dark color very good. E flash him na say abas ni.
Say I don't know any juma no.
Oh okay. Okay, weekend in as na me Odoma na oba ya na mba e. The from Saturday na be see no nyina wa na me. Okay. Yo, abas em say e chana no aba.
Oh, ni pa nya juma na na. Enra Michian was stadium. Me
baby.
Oh yeah, Michiano. After the match, after the match, I'm not tonight. You said the name as you continue to cry. I said no, it was nice. I'm going.
But now one can for the one card you got them.
So me them say the BC because now Harry Kasimbi. Now important going for number one for black. We impose had in the boom.
Man for
white. Man for black. And na Kotoko support say wi ampanifo no mudi animo no omuye bibi die but uni musi yes aniema no a
oni wan
musi Burkina Faso so no mu yes aniema no say ye di perezo so a so determine ye hebi on bedai omu
bandai
stadium na chi wono a makuba hebi on bedai enti akire wo de no mo beye the football say be aka emfrema ekwa na ba eti be frema dan football Burkina no so za ma jwede jan kofo bi Kotoko frem
I don't want kanje Kotoko
aka jim peso be you mafi
I don't want kanje Kotoko fam
wo ka kire omo a ode no mo be
na hwe ni o metima
Kotoko no o se omo wo pa na sa nyuma no omo yo operation sa nyuma no para no omu ha omu nim
K5 mu ha
book mu de e bi book K5 operation ka omo we you no ane die Safo so you no ane die
ba omu nye team
die
ti we mu yusu book no mo book no so mo
da bia mo Burkina de odi book fa mo etimi no say anya me nwanwa
okay
shimi de anya me nwanwa say nkofo ni team be surprise Kotoko sa hwe omu go no hwe de ekwa go no fa so bai tandanta Kotoko critique chances too de na keep akwa mu ka na me mu kwala me ni pa kro wantimi anhye black because all sound on bar and I'm so ban a farmer.
Then I have to ban black.
A shame you know about Baku.
Black.
A shame you know about Timba. A shame you know about
black in the reason to quit my deal.
And black in it would decide any day.
Now, the black, then white.
Decide black in the mar also in them.
The black in here. And we see baby
decide
we never be crabisia.
Exactly, decide a match anyway. There be decider. Any idea?
Oh, ma. What be tray? And you would be tray. What do you mean? What me tray? What do you mean? Be quite. Oh,
on say me the biana me kasa say we say obia wa do gidi but the moment a mizotu obe sorry anopa abebu tu mpa ni mabọ mpa ya no e say you believe in something ogi tum ye say bibi wo nti any other way obi so be decide so be fa bia no you have to also accept say bibi wo wi ase say what the be chana say the nti make kasa na say na aboda at a point uzende so obi kura akotwa odwan a if say bi anipa no onsum nyama. But when you go into the Bible, near when you deep for Yamia Sofwa, no, maybe also before Gano could try Musano by a movement or do a Jane Econo.
Senyamin as you could show
Yamusao, I tell you, I said, I'm making it. I said, I'm Europa and they must often can Joseph Rabichu, but just me, I just offer.
Because there be Mammy Trade almost a sacrifice in the tremor. The New Testament, maybe in Bible. The New Testament preachers, you know, as the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, you know. And then the sure the into Ubika to Kuchu Jaya and go for Hunos. Let me, but the Muslims still believe in. Tina Ubika say,
Yakasi Kumu Metieti a lot of comments.
Nurse umucho dan nurse omukosu bi no eno me bebre ho come watchna and I have voices are pastors no doors I have voices are pastors sending my koto for say lack no say koto
you me too aba
so metieti comments bebre after the game na magaze football sa na tie defeat ba due to a lot of opinions na nyina no bomode no wati nyina kama enra some of the comments mete na no hujuri mi kakra ne say obi beti o na division 2 division 1 players and division C na division 7 na hwan back again your ball first leg ni wie no obi no okazi players ni experience but the same Africa no bo share one
stock a brezo count
no meba okay
a break time because time no am ko share no so be praise you mo but time be lose no
and I make say
the bia na say me dey ka
and I make say oti asma make me say omo first leg ni wie no obi enu ho kan about
because of good results
but e be ball return leg ni wie no obi enu ho kai first leg ni wie
David be nka dan nrade no bad results
wasem na kamenu mi onye ka asem ba ko obi enu ho kai then am sometimes discussing football is very difficult no so one here one defeat mizoto ebetimi ase bibia
the whole season
one defeat ebetimi ase bibia no matter the number of times I will achieve great results. My member example mizoto kodogo team na Bashir for coach and no ball confederation cup group stage no mizoto time I got to confer Inkumba no Inkum was virtually the best right fullback in our local game. Number winning professionals. Meboa. Near Jehu was key in their method and not chip na Kotoko Fano. Nipado do send a name Queen before he joined Kotoko.
You come do heart of life.
Say Menkaso Motimisi Nipado do send a name no. Mekaisa Bequin back Kotoko.
Lions.
That time I was Angel FM. And I had this argument with Minya Bright can come board on Bequin because no any opportunity to watch him. So what did the mention I say? Eti football na in a sense mizoto a sport we are say when ya botra na a difficult to talk about it and take decisions when it comes to football. And there ya can be mizoto when him say just one game ebetimi atisa enyoma esu nyina eno baba ya sports stadium amam for kran kai kadiogo bi when you say dey ba match ba ko pe out of the number of matches akotoko bebo in this season ebetimi asasa people perception about akotoko ne kadiogo game no mo bo na no say what the mention say o say moment na say obrana ye bonabas say what time drew na one grab ya ebe che asa na sa time na ba biem
because one
it's life no obrana ye bona no e moment eba na wa grab me so to game no enra it wasn't like Kadiogo were exceptional and no more eliminate Kotoko they were not exceptional. And they were not the best team on the pitch, Enra. They were not better than Kotoko Enra or Stadium. But moment na asem na ye can be near. Free kick, yes, or direct free kick in the question. A deflected Kotoko player. How many times na dan lad crash a ball Enra El Baba Yara Sports Stadium? By the other side, ne say time amukwala nya chance no. Ono so moment no. So one punish ya. So chances no ye bo football. E be about 90 minutes nyina na about one pay.
Because unya.
Na about one pay. Hwe obi ti say mama example. Obi ti say Isaac Opon. Neymar. First leg he was the hero. But Enra virtually as a game no crown count.
Coaching so piano ko se
Say what the mention say. Eti Enra game ni say what na se na one analyze game na. Fine, me ti ase say at a certain point you too. Na me a little problem about Kotoko players no must start you know. The lineup players no must start. The thing make us say. Who players now we use players to their level. A system near the define as hard you know. Picky players now do be act to baby ope. Watching the game carefully, say the other football ma say players omoye yeka number 10 and as attacking me for this. Omoye exceptional. E football mun say. Ubo say majority of football teams ebeye ya ayana dodo na ejina omoso. They born here the goals na ehye. A lot of creativity comes from them. Enra boy no ball just behind Kotoko attack Nicholas. Because they are the engineers, the operators of the team. So Kotoko me food ni nya ball biana, they are trying to locate him. Oje ball ne pe. Who say the talent is there, the ball penalty no. But the confidence is not there. Because one our pass no. Ebe break defense no to create chances for strikers no. But anytime be obeje ball biana, you say the confidence is not there. And I say a rower so wabobi da kra na you could clearly see say obobi a chenti nyoma bebre free ni mu. And those roles are very key. It's one area quickly. Let me feel say the technical team of Kotoko should have made changes over that area no, especially Nicholas ne no to bring in somebody either on say Monday near Kasade wa say score line out the ball who my name who pay 1-0. Especially the opponent neba na me to any little mistake or shana ye 1-1 you are in danger. And no time akadio go for shego no you could clearly see say it take the spirit away of Kotoko players.
Yeah.
Because from that particular period no game na ba be pay.
Good. You will NSC.
Maybe you see
Abasa ban ma phone.
We do another one my time.
You will say is it on say yan kakra.
Ba my time to. Ade abas kasa o ma
Harini siasia na kasa pa. Harini siasia na kasa. We na abas bra na form.
Thank you. Saka dey na say na me da no no.
Abas bra.
So we dey can say domafu free no krem ko doma say do Oyerepa TV mo mfa ni agro. Na masa na say ayuba mo. Me ko mu won na say hu ye tie kre nam so me o padi kakra ndo mu nya botre. Ti ayuba ye chiawo na mo ane ne mo stand na
Saturday na ba.
Ye chiawo mo na Saturday me drum tem. Na me drum tem tina man timi amafia no. So we
na Saturday na ba.
Na me hwese me ba be Kotoko ball ni bi.
Okay.
Because of Sunday omo bought 3 matches on Babalara. Kotoko e wase me hwe ni nyina.
Okay.
One week omo bo Kadiago. Wednesday no omo bo Bechem. Sunday no ebe sorry nso atre. Sunday no omo bo Hasufuku. Ti wase ye hwese de be ya has nkanko no so be wie pay. Mama me hwa mi hu se di sitie. Ti na se mi jade mi ye bia na be Kotoko matches like me kwa Accra na mba be hwe.
Mba ne mo. So ba ne Oko France.
Elijah go Elisha kam. Yo, you see any ba wu ye Elisha. Me see Elijah go Elisha kam.
But only as a
Sunday.
Hey.
Enti sa ni yeso ye de beba. Ni aba be. So we.
Na kuntu atre de no mutimi postpone.
Dabi ye postpone enye ye. Ye Kotoko for so ya me bo Wednesday ni ye ko huro ya. Hebetimensa. Ni ye show mo for ni no. Ye bo Wednesday. ye bowi ya dana ni tu anwumre ne ekohoro ya die bobo no
na we GV
adana kotoko no mu ye GV hebet mesasi ya mobo no a obeje sa 3 points no am ye cancel ye flat am ade chiansa ni yetu what is it it is so me die can say football na ye no e obi nko na obi mra obi nko na obi mra brofo no kan football history and into as one to as brofo no kan say continuation na sa me ahia magoga constituency into football a history ni into aso into we history no already o be ya to aso na ma football na wie peye enu akakra mi hu no baba yara no me mani anje ho o se me bana wo ka bibi se supporters ni bi so o mumma e bi so o mumma so me enipa dom de bia me ka ne fia nipa na mamuzisi anuri kena nya me che de Moses nye no ne nipa che ne bibi foforo ye nipa so ban so Moses jai de nya me che no be ye nipa de ye mfonso nanu na me hwe Egypt se producer si be hwe a omu enveli coach supporters is a la this week ya last film you na me refi do omu coach Egypt team bi omu enveli coach o omu supporters is a la team na force wa enveli coach no omu ye supporters ni sa na tie dia se ye ni ye ba be hwe am 1 hour no ma cancel contract no ya very coach 1 hour ni asa contract na end to say
omo unveil no omo
yina che no and supporters ni say coach we die ye mpe no
omo so ama
and omo say no
omo boka
ono it is
agwa be discourse
sha it is a player be akotoko fa na ba o jira ho na why say no dey say abeg me I would say abeg
ha so the player
abeg contract ni bi si o Egypt abeg dey no what has Adingra dey no ha thank you producer Adingra dey ni bi si o Egypt ya on velu coach no 1 hour
0322
dia kan say mimi dey see ya no be ya me see ya wi am bantam ba wi am bantam so academy jini dia wi am na no fia be bantam on dey hands ma bantam etia ka am supporters na dia say ya be ye niam ma niam ye support a big club bia supporters koto supporters no me for the first no na me raho koto yeah number koto football na ko fom dodo omo kwa ne so ye kwa na ma competition na high o free mu say ya usu free mu kwa na di be huru no say okra na di ka free mu
okay we abesaba hello good morning
legend
yes I meet you Ominia
Ibones na mami monitor na so kotokofo scan omo so mo pe no manya scan Burkina Faso no so adi 3 points ni di akwa omo ha oni say den yes 3 years for Sunday half ni kotoko no mo be ka so mu tu aseda tim ne mu da ho for me na amre bi edi mu omu no